Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, checkity, check, check. I think I can hear myself. Not sure if anybody else can hear me. Let's see. Check, check, 1, 2. Yeah, I see. It looks like the levels are going good. And I see my little dancing buddy right on the top left of the screen is reacting to my voice, so that's good. How's everybody doing Friday night? It's 9:45 where I am. Let's turn all that down so we don't get that hiss. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing some modular noodling. Let's check chat real quick. What is this contraption? This makes bleep bloop sounds. Here, let's make some. I'll just start getting into it right now, and then I'll check chat in a little bit. So I got this joystick right here, and then I'm playing this keyboard, and I can when I move this joystick, I can open up that filter right there. Let's check chat. Deception, what is that? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a song? I'd have to learn it. I don't know how I'd play that on this. nice and chill, kind of dark, cyberpunky kind of sound. I don't even know. Let's check with Chad. Wait, are you talking about reading the entire everything, all the ARG stuff? You read that all in one day? Do you know how long it took me to write? Today we lost 12. Yeah. It was hard to keep all the timelines corresponding with each other. Let me bring this down a little bit. But yeah, it was hard to get all the timelines corresponding with each other. Because like a lot of the beginning stuff, I was just making up as I was going along, and I wasn't really building a whole world. But then this second update, I had to build out like the next future, everything that's coming. You know, I have stuff about Jenkins coming. I have stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff. Virginia, everything. There's lots more to come. But you know, that takes time, and it takes a lot of time. It took a while to write all that stuff. Oh, right on the top corner, if you see the top left corner, we got what was his name? I wish I remembered. We voted on his name last time. I don't know why you hate Jenkins so much, but they're pretty important, I'll say. Kind of, in a way. Let's get back to making some music. This is a fun one to mess around with. Kind of dark. Highweir. Is it Highweir? Is that how I pronounce it? Highweir? 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 Highweir. Highweir. How you doing, Highweir? You know what? FREAKBAiT and Misfit Minds might be sooner than you think. I love those guys. Those guys are so funny. If you don't know who Misfit Minds is, let me turn this music down a little bit. If you don't know who Misfit Minds is, go look them up on YouTube, of course. Look them up right now. Go give them a subscription. They're fucking hilarious. And you might be seeing some stuff in the future. A Baker man have smut fic. Oh my god. I would read it. That sounds interesting. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh man. I just discovered I have a TV tropes, or at least the Today's Mission series has a TV trope. Someone went through and put it. It was amazing. It was really well written. Whoever did it, shout out to them. Hopefully they there's probably like a log that shows who wrote everything. I'm sure I didn't really look into it too deep, but it was really well written, and I like that. I was amazed. I forgot how I came across it. I was searching something, and then it said, I think I was just searching TV tropes, and I was like, oh, it's FREAKBAiT on there. And then it said Today's Mission. I was like, oh shit. Fun though. It sounds like a cat. It's like a cat, like. What's really fun with this, I have these filters opposing each other, so when I have this filter open, I'm closing the other filter, and vice versa. So check this out. When I open this up, it puts a light filter. Now I have to attenuate that filter right there, because if I close it too much, it'll just go away, and I don't want that to happen. But for this one I do. So when I go this way, you'll hear the bass, that womp womp, that pulsing kind of bass right there will open up the filter at the same time I'm closing the filter of this one. So here I'll do it opposite way. You hear that filter close up when that other one opens. It's beautiful. And I got it all set up right here. That's the fun thing about modular synthesis, is that you can pretty much, build up all this stuff and make everything kind of intermodulate each other. It's really fun. This right here, this setup, I built it last time, and I've just kept it right here because I really like the sound of I got of the bass. I ran this for a nice reverb, and then what's fun is I can actually turn this filter up right here. Here we go. Here, we're going to drift into something new. Check this out. Something ambient and chill. You know, I have a vocoder pedal, a guitar pedal, but I would love to set it up so I could run a vocoder and give myself a nice robot voice, and you know, make some Daft Punk or something. You know, give nice robot sounds. You know, robot vocals. I'm gonna check up on chat. Damn, thank you, Highweir. Thank you. How much was this thing? Yeah, I've bought it over years. I've built a lot of the units. Almost every single one of them I bought used. So it's only cost me a couple grand. You know, like 2, 3. I'm not sure. It's been over a long period of time. But if you bought all of these, well, some of these you can't buy new, and some of these you can't buy, you know, without. You have to build them yourself. But otherwise, if you put them all together and you bought them all new, if you could, it'd be about like $5 grand or something. This is like a $5,000 machine right here. This I just got not too long ago, and this was like $400. And I got this used. I had to clean it up and everything. It was a good deal. But yeah, this is expensive, but it's also like the brain of the entire system. It's pretty nice. I really like it. I'm exploring it still. There's so much to learn about it, and I'm kind of, you know, a little slow with it. I could probably be faster with it once it's in the workflow. Let me check the chat now. Release oiled up baker. Oh, I gotta see all the yaoi. Is it pronounced yaoi? I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I gotta see all the yaoi art, or yao. I don't know, yaoi art of Baker and Man Have Veil. The collapse. It's like when you look into the void and it winks back at you, blows you a kiss. It's like a smutty fanfic where you're sleeping with the universe's consciousness. Something that's, I don't know, I can't go too deep into it. A couple grand, like it was $10. No, seriously, I mean, it was expensive. It's very expensive over a long period of time. I mean, but I've been collecting and like building a Euro rack for several years. And only recently have I been putting it all together. I've had a lot of these pieces all sitting around, or I had built a lot. And then, you know, I put most of my extra money straight into this. But it is paid for, like most of this was paid for by different jobs that I did that used this. So, you know, I can justify it. It's all a tax write-off. Yeah, the We Buy Skin right there. And the National Dick Sucking Championship. You can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it in the stream. Moved it over a little bit. You can see it, but I'm gonna move it back to the prime position. I like seeing the little guy up in the top corner dance. I got him right here. It's just on a different feed. Here, watch. Check this out. Get a little bit of lead into this. So this was a fun little jam. Let's see how long this has been going. See, maybe I can switch it up. The fun thing about this is that we can make a bunch of different types of music. We can make something a little bit more dancey or something. This is like dark night stalking music, you know? Sounds like it'd be in a movie during like a heist scene or something. Maybe not a heist scene, that's too high action. Maybe like the planning scene, you know? Or maybe like right before when they're like sneaking up on the ship. Shout out to Highweir. Okay, how about we, I'm gonna turn this into a little soundscape, like how I did before, but I'm not gonna bring it back like I did. And then we can make something new. I'll work with some patterns that I got. Be a good little time. That's the little, I was seeing if I could apply it just to that, but it applies it to the entire thing, so it made the drums go crazy. All right. That's a nice little fade on that. Okay, so let's see what we got. I'll throw or actually let's delete a lot of this shit and then I'll throw a new pattern on and we'll build from there. Okay, let's get to a new pattern. There we go. This is my voice unfiltered. It's just this mic right here. I'm just talking straight into it. Oh yeah. Today's mission. Oh, you know what? This might not be tuned to the same key that this is, so this might all be tuned to that, but then let's see if I can find a different pattern than this one. Was it quiet? I could turn it up. I'm not sure if it's too loud or too quiet. I can hear it great, but I'm not sure how you guys can hear it. Let's bring up the speed on this a little bit. Sounds like a fun little, I think we used this same pattern at a previous stream. I don't remember. Because this has like some Mario Kart vibes or something. Here, let me see if I can turn it up. That might be better now. Yeah, my computer's been fixed for a good little while. I've been working on the ARG, so I haven't been animating anything, and I've kind of prioritized working on things that I'm interested in rather than just trying to feed the algorithm or just, make more missions just because I do have more coming, but I'm focusing on other stuff right now. I will be having a big sale on my shop in February. All February I'm going to be having a bunch of different sales, just moving inventory and getting new stuff in. I got a couple different new posters and stuff coming in. There we go. Urge does doom a lot of relationships. I would say that it's almost like working. I based a lot of, or I didn't really base it off, but I guess I was inspired by how Half-Life Black Mesa is, how the Department of Control in the video game Control is that kind of, you know, where everybody who works there might be a victim of the company itself or the lab itself, you know. Let me check up on chat. I'll be uploading all this to the live streams. So if you want to hear any of this or clip any of this or any of that, you could download the audio and just, you know, rip the audio straight. But none of this is being recorded, so that's the thing with Modular. Unless I sit down and specifically record this separately from the live stream, it'll be sorry, I was getting some delay in my vocals. I can still hear it, kind of, but it's not as bad. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Highwear. It's a fun little. I'll bring the little twinkle 8-bit kind of twinkly, high-pitched lead in soon with the drums too. We just got like quieter drums. You know, I dropped the drums down. Let's add some weird drums. Okay, maybe those drums are a little too weird. A shirt-eating stream. A stream in which you eat a shirt? Or did you misspell shirt? Let's bring the music back. All we got is just the bass and the drums. Oh yeah, let's get him dancing a little more. We got to get the magnet. Let's get the fluid right in the center. Oh, he dropped again. Let's turn it up. guy laugh. You know, despite all this, I'm not very rich. This is where all my money goes. And big gold bars. Thousands of them. But I'm poor, you know. But I built my house out of gold bars. Yeah, it's a ferrofluid. And it's reacting to the speakers. I don't have it directly plugged in. It doesn't have a plug-in. It just has to pick up through a speaker. So I gotta crank it up a little bit. But it's reactive mostly to my voice, honestly, but it's also reactive to the music. All right. Comically large gold ingots, yeah, with my face stamped on them. And then my ass on the inverse. So you flip it over, you see my ass on one side, you see my face on the other. I saw that. It says FREAKBAiT is dead. I wonder if it was just people, because I haven't posted a new video since last year. And don't worry, there's more videos coming. But, you know, it takes time. And I'm working on so many projects. I was putting so much time into the ARG, writing everything, planning everything. A lot of it was planning and corresponding everything and getting everything set up. Because this is just, you know, the beginning. There's a lot more to come. That's how, you know, ARGs go. Grows, and it's supposed to be adaptive, and, you know, it's built to grow. Yeah, this one's like an upbeat one. Wonder if I got any, like, upbeat lyrics that I can go with this. Lyrics, I noticed. Desperate times, desperate methods. A pound of work's worth a pound of leisure. What makes a man endeavor, but then it takes a trash in exchange for treasure. Glad to see you backside of another year. Can't stop it for summer's here. Can't stop me disappear. Listen here, is it clear that this shit's severe? Make a bagel like it's got a missing ear. It's way too fast. Let's go like 130 BPM. I'd have to be speed running it. But turbo make my van go like it's got a missing ear. That's funny and stupid. Was that Platty on your post? I wasn't sure. Increase the volume on the drums and make them have a lower pitch. I'm not sure how to make them have a lower pitch. Like, let's see. I just sound different because I'm not using my prison mic. Today's mission. Today's mission. Even now. Today's mission. There we go. It's a little bit more like that. I don't walk around talking like the Today's Mission voice. This is my more natural speaking voice right here. like that. That was a nice little. Yeah, that right there. Let's bring it back. It's Rocky Plays. Shout out to It's Rocky Plays. FREAKBAiT, I'm getting freaky for you. I'm getting freaky for you. It's Rocky Plays. Check this out. That's pretty freaky, I might add. This is a modular synthesizer. It's what's making the bleep bloop sounds. I'm controlling it with this keyboard. You can't see the whole keyboard, but you can see this part. Y'all know about the movie Muppets Christmas Carol? Isn't that the one where Michael Caine is Scrooge? Isn't Michael Caine Scrooge in that one? I love Michael Caine. It's like some 8-bit, you know, I don't know what this would be. This is something upbeat though. It's kind of happy, you know? You might not be able to hear it. You might not be able to hear it on your phones, but I'm able to control the stereo signal of this right here. So I'm panning it from right to left. I'm inverting from left to right. That little synth. There we go, it was a half step. Oh yeah, if you put your headphones in and listen to it on your headphones, you might hear more stereo width, you know, especially with the reverbs and the delay. I have a ping pong delay, so it's actually bouncing back and forth when you hear that echo kind of sound. Let's see, this is a nice upbeat beat. I mean, right now it doesn't have that main line, so I can start getting, you know, dark and heavy and scary with this shit, with this bass line. But then we can drop it back into the happy stuff. That'd actually be kind of fun. Let's mess around with that and see what we can do. So remember, this was a happy, upbeat one, but I turned it all dark, heavy. But let's bring it back happy. So what we'll do is we'll bring that old main line, but you probably don't even remember what it sounds like. Here we go. And we're back. Fun little jam right there. Trip Through Ghost City. You know, that whole album, Quarantapes, was made with all analog gear. So you've seen how long, like, because I released that back in 2019, 2020, or 2019, because it was when the quarantine was happening during COVID. And I made that during a 2-week period, the entire album. Like every day I'd make a new song, you know. And so yeah, I've had this gear for that long. Like, what's that, 5? And I had already had it for years since then. So this has been in the making for, you know, 8 to 10 years. But I just recently started really putting it all into this. You know, it's hard to say what the other Voidman names are, you know, because the only reason Voidman had the Voidman name, it came through I believe it came from the server originally. And then, here, let's bring this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but I think, I don't know if they canonically have names other than, you know, Reginald Brunswick the Third, and even canonically he doesn't have a name. Doesn't exist. Oh, I've made a bunch of albums. The Quarantapes album I made years ago. And then I have 10 hip-hop beat albums that I made even longer than that. I have a noise album. I have a punk rock album called Spoojnakin. I recorded all that in a closet. You can, if you look up if you go to like spoojnakin.com, that's SPOOGENACKIN.com. It'll take you just to the Bandcamp page. And I have a picture of the closet that I recorded that in with some E-drums and what else? Yeah, I recorded that all onto a cassette recorder here, this right here. That was my studio. That was my DAW. You know, my workstation that I had. It's a Porta Studio. It's really effective. A lot of good albums were recorded on that same piece of equipment. And then so I recorded the entirety of that, and I also recorded all of Corn tapes on that. That's why it's called Corn tapes, because it's all recorded onto a cassette tape. I made a big mess. I'll have to clean it up later. Lazy Surgeon Part 2. I have a whole album. If you like that kind of music, like Lazy Surgeon, the heavy, metal or whatever you'd call it, I have a whole album worth of music coming out. I don't want to say soon, but once I have the time, it's hard to find the time, It's really difficult. Plus, to record that, I'd have to set up the studio for that, record the bass, the drums, the guitar. I don't even have my drum set up here now. Now I have all this set up. Before, I had my drum set up, and I would record the drums, I would record the bass. If you listen to the early FREAKBAiT videos, I had a lot more analog, or my guitar and my bass. All the bass lines and stuff like that, I was playing on an actual bass guitar. I don't really stream on a schedule. I would like to stream on a schedule, though. I'm thinking maybe like Friday nights at for a modular stream, and then maybe I'd have some kind of gaming stream. Then I'd like to have just like a chat stream where I'm not just doing something. I could just be like talking with people and stuff like that. People sharing, what they've been up to and that kind of stuff. I don't know, it'd be fun. But the modular streams are fun because just making live music, just vibing with it. This is all improvisational. I'm making it up as I go. And you could see how we've changed to so many different types of music. Have like upbeat and heavy and dark and distorted. We can do something slowed down. We can make like a hip hop beat next, whatever. It'll be fun. Once this kind of gets played out, I kind of get, bored with once I twiddle it enough. Oh, the bonfire. People thought that was real. I actually have on my wall. I can't take it down right now, but someone, instead of tearing down the flyer, the styrofoam bonfire fire, they just wrote on it. They said, "Do not do this. Terrible idea. Releases harmful chemicals." But it's all spelled bad. And then they tried to scratch it out and cross it out. But instead of taking the flyer down, they just wrote on it with a marker "Don't do this," which is nice, I guess. So people won't go and try to start a styrofoam bonfire on Earth Day. Yeah, I definitely have more Today's Mission videos coming, but I took a break from that. I took a break from just constant churning out content for the algorithm because I wanted to focus on stuff that, was a little bit more nuanced. I was working on the ARG. I've been working on my book. I've been drawing a lot. If you haven't noticed, I've made a bunch of new art. I just actually did something, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, because it was over the period of 2 days, basically, but I drew a whole piece, a whole art piece that it's if Ted Kaczynski was Gen Z and he gave up his manifesto and just trolled the internet. It's just like a funny little joke drawing, but you can check it out. I posted on Threads, and I post the whole process. People want me to live stream drawing, and maybe I'll do that one day, but really it feels weird with a bunch of people watching me draw. I don't know, I feel like drawing is kind of I just go with the flow, and a lot of times it sounds like shit, looks like shit. Like the music, though, same thing. When I'm making tracks, sometimes I'm sitting here and it just sounds like garbage, and we can get it back on course, we can make it sound good, but sometimes it just doesn't sound good. And I'm a lot more comfortable with doing with music, because I've been doing that for years, but drawing in front of people and making it sound or look bad, I don't know. Risky. We could try it, though. And then people want me to animate on live stream, and that is just boring. It's it's just very tedious. Like, anybody who's a 3D animator would know how boring and tedious that is. And I'm not a very good 3D animator. I've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, so I'm really good at one thing. But if I was to like try to teach someone anything outside of that realm, I wouldn't. You know, like, I'm good at what I do, but outside of that, you know, I'd still be learning. You know, there's a ton to learn. If I tried to do any, like, I hate physics simulations and stuff like that. I suck at them. But let me check up with chat. The next book is a book about everything. It's a fiction book, though. It's fun. It's a very I'm making it specifically to be as entertaining as possible, and maybe shocking and offensive to some. Some people might be disgusted by some of the things. There's a lot of violence in it, and there's a lot of really gross stuff, and really just like horrifying events too. You know, pushes the limits. It's splatterpunk at some points. It's like horror. It's comedy all the way through. But sometimes very dark comedy, and sometimes just slapstick or stupid sophomore poop jokes, dick jokes, that kind of stuff. And then also very like existential or you know, I try to balance between that, but I try to make it as entertaining as possible. Mostly what I'm trying to do is write something to where you would be reading it, and then you'd be like, holy fuck, I have to show somebody this. Read this paragraph right here. Read this. Isn't that insane? They'd be like, what the fuck are you reading? It's like, yeah, exactly. And already I have about close to 400 pages done, so it's a really thick book. It's gonna be obscenely long. It's stupid. But it's a book where, you know, when you're normally writing a story, you follow one storyline. So you make these decisions on, like, what is my character going to do next? And then you go with that, and that's that one. But for this, at every crossroads, I have to write what decision you would make either way, and the whole, how it would play out. And they interconnect, and it's very, very complicated, and it's going to take a little while, but it'll be really good. And for the people who like it, they're going to love it. For the people who don't like it, they're going to hate it. And that's what I want. I want it to be very polarizing. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of books. FREAKBAiT.com. Just go to FREAKBAiT.store. Click on the books. Let's see. I got a couple books that you can't get anymore though, so that's the problem. But I got a FREAKBAiT the book. Like, the book FREAKBAiT is still available. Eating People is no longer available. Today's Mission is no longer available. I only have a few more of the Gangstalker books. Once those sell out, I don't know if I'm going to get those reprinted. Those kind of go in with the other book that I'm working on too. Here, I'll grab a couple. So we have Eating People right here. And this is a whole cannibal cookbook. It's a cookbook for cannibals, but it has a lot more into it. I did a lot of research. Yeah. But you won't be able to find that anywhere. It's sold out. We also have the Today's Mission book. Each page is a different mission. There's 366 missions, one for every day of the year, plus one extra for a leap year. But thankfully, if you type in whatstodaysmission.com, you can actually just see all the different missions. Each day, a new mission is populated on that website from this book. Now, the only thing is you can't flip through the website. You can only see one a day. That's the caveat for that. I do it intentionally. I mean, really, if you wanted to dig through the code, you could see the entire list. I'm not really keeping it quiet. It's a CSV file too, so you could just transfer it to you know, like a Windows or an Excel. You know, you can open it in Excel and just read it like that too if you want to. But otherwise, it's just this book. But yeah, that's sold out. I am working on a second edition. I wanted to get it cheaper and more easier to ship. It was I faced a lot of problems dealing with that one, so the second edition will be better. Godmine ruined my 5-year relationship. Godmine's gonna ruin everyone's relationships, I would say. The theme of the book is, it's hard to say because mostly I would say it's kind of my take at the, it's like almost like a parody or a satire or an homage, even a tribute to the choose your own adventure style books, like an interactive fiction, but a FREAKBAiT version of that. So it's going to be really weird, really lots of, sophomoric humor mixed with existential terror, my forte. A whole book of that, it's probably going to be around 600 pages. I might have to trim some down, but it sucks because I don't want to. And I've written so much already. And there's like storylines in my head that I'm aware of that I have to juggle and maintain, because later on those storylines are going to link up with other storylines, and there's so much. It's very, very complicated. And actually what I'm planning to do is make a whole map, like a story map, that will come with the book. It'll be like if you buy it from me, I'll make it available on Amazon and stuff too, but I'm gonna make like the deluxe version, and it's gonna come with all the extras that'll help you read it. It's gonna have bookmarks, several bookmarks, because it's a book that you jump back and forth with and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff. I don't know. Jeff looking like Mr. Boss from Smiling Friends. I guess you could say that. It's yeah, I like that. Yeah, Mr. Boss is a scary looking dude though. The book that I made, that there's a wormhole explanation thing. I have in FREAKBAiT the book, I have a Demiurge poster, and it has like a little, that's where the whole idea of Demiurge started, Demiurge Inc. And that was just a poster that I made to put up to mess with people, just like the We Buy Skin or the Dick Sucking Championship or any of those. They're all just like prank posters, but then it turned into lore. If I had the foresight that I knew that this was going to turn into something a lot bigger than just a single one-off joke, because it all started with a single video of today's mission. See how many times you can slip Legend Has It into conversation. And if I knew that it was going to be something more than that, I would have built it from the beginning. It's now I had to like pick up scraps and put everything together, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, I feel like any future, like if I do something separate, I would love to work with a team of people on like an analog horror comedy kind of, like not traditional analog horror. I have an idea that I want to work with, but it has to be separate from the whole FREAKBAiT and everything, because people are going to be like, oh, is this part of the FREAKBAiT universe? And no, it's a whole different story, different everything. But it's going to be kind of like, if you've ever read the book House of Leaves, it'll be a little bit like that, but not in the same way. Not more of a, I don't know. I don't want to give away too much. The ARG, yeah, that AO talked about is true, yes. Actually, I just dropped an update not too long ago. You check the community post. I linked to a free Patreon blog where I go into detail. The problem with the ARG is to discuss it and to say that I'm aware of it. It makes it so people will ask me questions about it and they want me to solve it for them and stuff. And that's the part of the G, the game, the ARG. G stands for game. You have to play it. I can't play the game for you. And so it's like a whole puzzle. It's like a narrative puzzle. And this next update, after this one, I actually have real, like, little puzzles that I'm working on, but it's just so much work. I have no idea what Sean Thompson is saying right there. It's like a word salad. It's like a... I like chatting, you know, answering questions or anything like that. This beat is getting a little repetitive to me, so it would be nice to maybe change it up to something new. Maybe we can do something more ambient, maybe something a little more hip-hop, maybe something more aggressive, industrial, maybe something, because this one's like an upbeat, happy one. I want to change it up. Reading the entire thing in one day. Now, when you say you read the entire thing in one day, does that mean you read every single journal entry of every single person? Like you read Manhav's journals and Vale's journals and Baker's journals and all their journals? You read all of it? That's so much. It took me weeks to write. That's, man, I don't even, maybe longer. Like, I don't know when I actually started writing that and coding everything, trying to put everything together, because you can make your own journal entries. If you notice that, you can type your own. Now, it doesn't store it permanently on the site. It's only on your end. But still, it's a fun little interactive thing, I guess. Every journal log on every... That's insane. How long did that take you? That took me weeks. I don't know. But writing, you know, I had to formulate everything, and it wasn't just all spilling out. There we go. Let's make something completely different now. Now I can start with a different pattern and just build from that, or we can just go from some scratch. Let me run through a couple patterns, see if anything inspires me. Let's slow it down a little bit too. That one was going 130 BPM. Let's go like 98. How you doing, Dexter? Holy shit! How you doing, Dexter? Thank you. And Highway, oh my god! You want me to play Helldivers? I got Helldivers. My friend got it for me. I played it like 2 or 3 times with him. I suck at it though. I'm really, really bad. You'll just see me die over and over again. Damn, Dexter, how you doing? How's your Friday night? Thank you so much for the donation. I really like this. This sounds good. Sounds nice. All right. Trying to get right on the edge of breakup. Let me bring this mic over here. Trying to get right on the edge of breakup. So it's not quite distorted, but it has that kind of grittiness. Seems like I might not have this synced with the other one. Actually, it might be. I don't know. Let me see if I have a swing. Wish I had a vocoder. I could get all like nailed the notes. If I had a vocoder, it'd sound way better. I have a vocoder. It's a guitar pedal though, so I don't know if it'd be as good. Might not be able to hear that bass line on your phone. The worst theory I've heard. Oh, that's hard to. I've read some pretty far out ones, but it's hard to gauge them on worst because I like them. I like when they're creative, even if they're creatively bad. It makes me wonder, like, how did you get to that conclusion? You know, I can understand some theories that people have, but otherwise, yeah, there are really good ones too. Some people have come up with ones that are pretty close, including you. Oh, we'll be waiting for you here, Highware. This is a nice one though. I could hit those falsettos again. I can't hear myself too well though. It'd be better if I had a vocoder or, you know, a slight auto-tune, you know, something, if I could match it to because I'm not hitting the exact note that I want to hit. Yeah, we got the little guy dancing right up in the top left corner, grooving to the beat. Or answer the lore. You know, some lore I want to take the route of David Lynch and just not explain it. It's much better for you to try to come to your own conclusions. There are some definitive answers. There are some things that I haven't even released yet, particularly about, I mean, I guess Jeff, Jenkins, Virginia. There's a lot. There's a lot. I don't want to give away too much. Plus, there's stuff that I'm still working on. Some bells. Ooh. Let's see. I got some cowbell. cowbell. You want more cowbell? Too much cowbell. Too much cowbell. It was all a joke. Joke cowbell. Well, how about we get a lead? Let's get kind of a vocal kind of lead. The menu theme of a kick-ass PS2 game. It does have that vibe. I love it. It's like, choose your fighter. Maybe not even a fighting game. It'd be something like Splinter Cell or something. I was trying to play in where you could see my fingers. Vibing with this one heavy. I really like this one. LSD Dream Maker. I have played that. I actually, I had a picture from that I would use as a reaction image for everything. I loved it. They made a kids game. I mean, LSD Dream Emulator is a kids game. There's nothing inherently adult-oriented that I remember. There might be some weird, surreal kind of horror, but nothing, you know, nudity or violence or anything like that from my recollection. Still, it's a little weird, so it might go over most children's heads if they played it, but shit, kids play some far out stuff, especially nowadays. I like that lead though. That was a fun lead to play, especially when it's getting really fast. Those arpeggios at the end had a real nice vibe. I could just set the arpeggio up and just let it fucking, we could just sculpt it. Let's do that. So I'm just holding the arpeggio right now. Welcome back, Highweir. Hopefully you can hear my voice. I got a pretty dense mix right now. listen to music when I write, but nothing with vocals, nothing with lyrics. Usually, I'll listen to stuff like Boards of Canada, Aphex Twin. Usually his ambient stuff more than his like heavier, upbeat stuff. Pie Corner Audio, really good. A lot of Tobacco. Black Moth, Super Rainbow, that kind of stuff. Analog, and then I'll listen to jazz a lot too. Typically, like Miles Davis, Blue Era, kind of chill, or jazz noir. I really like the soundtrack to what is it? There's a video game. I'm spacing it right now. It's Andrew Hale who made the soundtrack. Really good jazz music. Really good to write to. Skyrim OST, absolutely. Celeste, absolutely. A lot of video game music is great to write to as well, because it keeps you like up. I like stuff that's kind of moving, kind of driving, but nothing too like dancey, if you know what I mean. Stuff that's like Boards of Canada, where it's very driving and it's very rhythmic, but it's nothing you're gonna get up to and like dance to. It's something that's more rhythmic for your mind, I guess. Kind of like this, but you can dance to this. This seems like something that you could dance to. I could run that through an ADSR to give it a little bit more of a tail, because if you notice when I play it, it's just on and off. There's no kind of tail. It just a little hard. But if I put it through an envelope filter right over here, I'd be able to make it kind of fade in and fade out. I could also put a filter through that and then make it open up the filter as I'm playing and give it a little bit more, so it's not just a pure sine. It still sounds great. I feel if I listen to anything with lyrics in it, it distracts me, and then it takes me away from what I'm focusing on. But I do listen to a lot of music with lyrics in it otherwise. right. I like that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that. The malevolent contraption. I don't know. I think that music right there was nice and chill. Not too malevolent. It can make malevolent music, though. We can make really aggressive, dark. Maybe do an industrial track after this. How much time we've been streaming? Looks like about almost 2 hours. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another little 10-minute jam. Let's see what we can cook up. Maybe I'll just go with a pattern, something that inspires me, and then we'll build from there. So let's reset everything. Did we do this one before? Let's speed it up a little bit. I mean, this one sounds nice. Let's check with chat. Let's just let this vibe for a little bit. Run it through a couple bars before we start dropping anything on top of it. Why does my setup look like a bomb? That's a big bomb. Not liking these drums. let me sculpt this for a second. I want to get a better. And these drums are going a little wild. Hold on. There we go. Chill them out a little bit. They're getting a little crazy on me. I'm gonna sculpt this to be a little bit more sexy, you know. Hold on, give me a second. Played a little out of tune right there. Let's check up on chat, make sure everybody's not getting freaky in chat. It's coming up on midnight for me. Nice diarrhea synth right there. Some octave wah-wahs. What you mean by that? Just higher octave? A cat lost in the machine. I feel it. I get that cat synth with that polyvox. When I'm putting this through the polyvox, it gives that cat meow kind of, especially with the growl, you know, when I get to this point. Oh, I got a meow synth. Let me grab it. I circuit bent it myself, so it's got this right here. It's got these two switches that'll get it all glitchy and messed up sounding. And then I have an out. I put a 1/4 inch out so you can hook it up to like guitar pedals and stuff like that. Really easy to circuit bend. It's, if you want to do like a baby's first circuit bend project, get one of these. They're good. But that's not what's making the cat sound. That's a polyvox filter. That's that red filter right there. A low frequency, high sustain 808 drum. You know, let's see. I do have something. It's a little aggressive though. Let's see what I got. Okay, that got a little crazy. I was fucking around with this asteroid kit right here, and that's so I was making that that sustained kick. But what it's doing is it's actually an oscillator that you're putting through a really tight envelope. So that's how you're getting that kick. And then I'm letting the sustain, you know, tail for forever. That's why I was getting that long one. But then when I started routing it through the sequencer, it started going crazy. Mega Man style 16-bit guitar. You know what? I would like to play my guitar. Like I hook up my electric guitar into the modular synth, but not tonight. I wouldn't be able to do that tonight. But maybe the next stream I could do that, because I just got a new pedal in that I'd really love to fuck around with. I also got a I have a couple different guitars. I got the fucker trash caster right here. Here, let me see if I can just move the camera over, because it's just right to the right next to the modular synth. I hope it looks like my camera came unplugged. Can everybody still hear me though? Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Okay, it was a little tough getting the camera back. It looks like I unplugged the camera on accident when I was pulling it closer to the guitar. This is my music studio area. Yeah, I got the guitar right here. I got all my stuff, just all the music. I got an amp right down on the bottom, a Vox 15, AC 15. But what I'd probably play guitar on rather than that, because the trash caster I've tuned down to like F, something really really low, because I was playing like metal. And if you noticed, it has a huge whammy bar. It's a huge trem bar. You know, it's giant. It's like a foot and a half long. It's an absurd comical one, but it's really good for making these really dive bomb, ugly kind of sound. Just when you're putting it through, you know, a really grimy overdrive pedal and a distortion pedal and all that. But what I'd likely play on if I was gonna play with the modular, I would just play my. I got a Squier Telecaster. It's a kind of like a baby blue with a pink pick guard. Looks like cotton candy. And when you play really aggressive metal on it, it looks cool because it's like a, you know, a cute little pretty guitar, but it makes ugly sounds. Oh yeah, I got like 20 albums out, and that's not hyperbole. I released, I think, 12 albums under the name NSF Hip Hop. You can look that up on Spotify or YouTube. I released, I don't even know, a bunch of albums under the name Mukulaka. I guess a bunch of singles and then a couple just normal albums. And then I released an album under the name Spoojnakin. I released an album under the name 6X. I released albums with a couple different people. I was the bassist in a band called. Actually, I was in a bassist in a couple different bands. I was in a bassist in a band called the Mother Vines. I was in a bassist in a band called Kids Eat Free, and then we changed to Super Senior. I was in a band called Brass Flame. I was in a band. Oh man, I was in so many bands. I could sit here and name 20 different bands. There were some bands where we just were a band for one night. We would just do a show that night, just make up a name, just to play. It's fun. I've played under the name FREAKBAiT. Here, let's add some lead to this. Yeah, but it'd be fun to add guitar, you know. But I wouldn't be able to set it up tonight. I'd have to do a whole new reconfiguration and get this, because the thing is, modular runs at a completely different level than line level or guitar or microphone or any. So it's a whole separate thing that if you tried to plug it into a normal thing, you'd have to attenuate it, increase like a ton. And same if you wanted to plug a guitar into it, you'd have to attenuate it. Were you DB Cooper? One day I will be. I love that mystery of DB Cooper. There's a lot of different really interesting mysteries. I said I was only going to do 10 more minutes, and that was 25 minutes ago. Whew. It's a nice little chill jam, though. I like it. I've just been answering chats. Speaking of, let's check with chat. So the keyboard right here is a KeyStep Pro, and this actually controls several different modules. I have it all, if you can see in the back right here. Now let me move this mic. So if you see right here, there's cables that are routing from this to all sorts of different cables over here. If I explain the routing of this, it would just be really complicated. Here I could explain the routing of one voice just to show you how complicated it is. So what this does is this sends out a volt per octave. So each one of these keys is a little bit of a little section of a volt. So there's 1 volt for this entire, actually, well, for per octave. So every octave is a volt, and so it sends out voltage to this. So here, what we'll do is it sends it out to here, and then this sends it out here, so it tells it what note to play right here. So when I press a key right here, hold on, I have to turn it up. So when I press that, it's telling that to play that note. But then I also have to send a gate to tell it to not play it anymore, because what it's doing is it's just constantly playing this note, like just constantly. And so what I have to do is this also sends out another signal that's a gate, either telling it to open or close. So it opens when I press this, and it closes when I stop pressing. Now that's important because you can run it through an ASDR right here, or an ADSR. And so that stands for attack, decay, sustain, and release. And that controls the envelope of it. So if I want it to go right here, this would be a better example. I can use this one. Let's turn it up a little bit. This one might be a little bit more complicated because I also have a filter that this is running through. The other one, this one, I'm running it through a reverb at the end of the chain, so you can hear that little tiny bit of an echo kind of thing. See how it echoes? I could turn it up really, really loud too, like. But yeah, so I'm sending a signal, I'm sending 2 signals from this, and then so this can hook up to 4 different ones, plus the drum machine, so I'm able to control the drums from this keyboard. It's the brain of the entire system. And then over here to the left, I have a whole drum machine set up, plus a Bogue synthesizer, and then over here to the right, I also have another synthesizer that's actually what you're hearing right here. This sound right here. That's a whole separate synthesizer too. But yeah, it's really complicated. I mean, I could sit down and explain this. It'd probably take 30 minutes just to explain how everything's hooked up, what each of these cables are doing, you know, like this right here. So we'll go back to this. So it's controlling this module right here. I'm sending in an volt per octave right here, and then it's sending out down into here to a voltage controlled amplifier. So when I press this, it turns it on really quickly. You can see this little light down here turns on anytime I open that. Now if I do this, you could see I can actually control what I'm doing. I can play it right here. But it's easier to play it as a key. Oh, let me turn it up a little bit. And so that, when I send a gate signal to that, an open or close signal to that, it opens or closes it. And then I send this over to the reverb, and that's how you get that reverb at the end. But if I wanted to, say I wanted to give this a nice a ramp up, so it goes like here, I'll just do it. So what I'll do is I will replug all this in, and then instead of this being such sharp like off and on, it's gonna slowly come on and slowly have a tail. Check this out. This envelope's a little finicky. It keeps on overdriving, but I think it's how I have it set up, because I have this attenuated over here, so when I'm pushing it through there, it's overdriving the signal. It's sending it super loud when I have it sustained. No, feel free. I don't mind if you share where, if people are interested in modular synths, absolutely keep on searching stuff up or tell people where to find stuff. I don't mind. I'm not like a gatekeeper. Okay, I need to stop messing with this envelope because it's just sending these huge spikes. I would have to tweak this envelope for a little while to get it perfect, and I don't really feel like messing with that when I had it, you know, pretty nice already. So I'm just gonna patch back what I had. This is a fun little jam. Well, it has been 2.5 hours on this jam, and we've went through several different types of songs, several different jams, and we've talked quite a lot. Oh yeah, I started small and then built up all this. I also have a video synthesis rig, but I would have all sorts of different little skiffs here. Like I could show you some. That's one skiff that I had. So you'd fill this with modules. This used to be like one of my main ones. And I got this for extra modules right here. Then I got this one too. This is a video module right here. Just putting them all back. But yeah, I had a bunch of different skiffs. I have one over here too that I have filled with drum modules and stuff. You know, I'm not sure when I'll stream next. I do like doing the Friday night streams, but it's hard to really keep a schedule. I like just going when it's nice, when I have the time. I would like to do more consistent streams though, something like, you know, a gaming stream, you know, just a chat stream, and then also I really do like doing the modular streams. It's all spontaneous, you know, it's really fun. Yeah, Yeah, video module. So what I'm doing with sound, imagine doing it with video. So tweaking knobs. It's actually how I got the Voidman, you know, all the static. I use a whole video module. I'd get that out, but it's kind of away. I usually use it for live performance, and you can hook it up to a modular system and then control the video with your music too. So the video will go with the music. It'll be all glitchy and colorful and whatever you want to do. I also have a really cool module right here. It's called the Sleepy Circuits Hypno. This I saved up for a while. This is like I think I got it for like $600. It's very expensive. This is an expensive piece of equipment, but this replaced my entire setup. I had a whole setup with all this different gear, and then now all I need is this and a little MIDI controller, and then I can do a whole set. I would do like live video for like bands. While bands were playing, I would do the video in the background. I used to have, you know, 2 VCRs and a whole mixing. I have an Adderall right over here. I have an M50. You know, I had all these different pieces of gear that I would put together, and then finally this came along. Just look up Sleepy Circuits Hypno. You can see what this does. It's a very capable piece of equipment. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not looking at the camera. Sleepy Circuits Hypno, if you want to see what this thing does. And then so this is a video module. You can actually take this out and you could put it inside of this. But I have it in a self-contained unit because that's all you need. You just plug in the power, a MIDI controller, and then an HDMI out, so you can send it to projectors and stuff like that. I will be doing more future streams. Absolutely. I want to do a lot more. Maybe a few a week, you know. I've been really busy recently, and I don't really want to force a stream and just not be into it. I like, you know, being in the mood, being happy, you know. And yeah, I do have a bunch of my old streams up. If you want to look, if you just look up FREAKBAiT Live, I have a whole playlist of, you know, hours and hours of other streams. I have another modular stream I did like a couple weeks ago. I would like to do more consistent modular streams though. It'd be fun. Super Hot, yeah, that would be a fun one. I have a couple different games that I'd like to stream, but yeah, I would just have to find the time, a good time to stream video games. It's tough for me to like stream video games because I have to like pay attention to chat while I'm playing the game. But yeah, it looks like we're coming up on 2.5 hours right now. Just a little past. It has been a fun stream, fun extended jam. That's like a whole concert basically. We went from absolutely nothing and we built like 4 or 5 songs from the ground up, you know. So that was fun. This one's pretty basic, pretty chill. Figure it's good, you know, just background speaking music while we bring this stream to a close. Thank you everybody for tuning in. It's a nice time. We will definitely be doing this more often in the future. I'm not sure exactly when the next one will be. Maybe next Friday for the next modular stream. I could do a gaming stream sometime in the next couple days, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. I just have to really find the time. And it's hard with a global audience, you know, to find a time to stream, because right now it's midnight for me. But I was seeing that it was 10 a.m. for some people. So, you know, I'd have to find the best time for for everybody. This is a 420 module, but all it does is create light. It's just a little spacer that I got. It was a nice little fun piece. So we're gonna be running this through a nice low pass filter. Just listen to that drift away. All right, that was nice. Nice little jam, nice little stream. Thank you everybody for stopping in. I will be doing that a lot more often, and yeah, it was a great time. Be sure to check out. I got free shipping on all my t-shirts. So if you want to get a t-shirt, FREAKBAiT.store. I got a bunch of new designs coming in. I got new stickers. I'm going to be having a sticker sale coming up. $1 sticker sale coming up on in all throughout February. So if you're going to plan to buy stickers, just hold off until February. It'll save you some money. I also got some new designs coming in February, so it'll kind of correspond with that. I got a new poster coming out, some new shirts coming out, lots of new stuff. Yeah, go check out. I'll be working on the book. I got the Today's Mission Volume 2 coming out. Not anytime soon. Maybe in April or so. Hopefully, maybe sooner. We'll see. And then, yeah, lots more to come. And thank you for stopping in. Be sure to click all those little fucking notification things and stuff if you want to catch me earlier rather than just scrolling through. But, yeah, thank you for stopping in. And remember, FREAKBAiT loves you.